Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin reporting for the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, your number one source for information on the offshore sportsbook industry. If you're contemplating deposit money into an offshore sportsbook for your sports gambling needs, be sure to go to OSGA.com. They have all the pertinent information you need to know who's graded highly, who's blacklisted and you want to stay away from. More importantly, folks, anybody will take your deposit. Who's going to pay you in a timely manner when you win? There's nothing more frustrating than depositing money in an offshore sports book. They take your money right away, but when you have winnings coming to you or you want to withdraw money from your account, they drag their feet in doing so. Offshore Gaming Association can alleviate that problem for you by just following the information they provide for you. That's OSGA.com. I have 3 college football underdogs on Saturday, September 29th's card. Let's get right to them. Let's start with the game between the Old Dominion Monarchs and the East Carolina Pirates, a game that will take place at East Carolina. The opening kickoff is slated for 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. Old Dominion is currently a 7-point underdog across the board. If you're a college football fan, then you're fully aware, of Old Dominion's monumental upset last week against Virginia Tech. The Monarchs, as a 29-point home underdog, knocked off the then number 13 Virginia Tech Hokies 49-35. What was more shocking about that result was the fact that Old Dominion went with a backup quarterback and was able to rack up 632 yards of total offense against that Bud Foster Virginia Tech Hokie defense, which had been stout up until that point. East Carolina 1-2 on the year. They are improved from the last 2 seasons, as I could see with my eye test. But having said that, this is also a team that opened the year with a home loss against an FCS team in North Carolina A&T. That's right, North Carolina A&T. I just like the value here. I think that Old Dominion has found something offensively. There's nothing that leads me to believe that if they move the ball on Virginia Tech, they won't have success moving the ball on East Carolina. I'm going to go with the underdog in this spot, Old Dominion +7 at East Carolina. My next game might surprise a few of you, but hear me out on this. Southern Miss goes to Auburn, Alabama to take on the Auburn Tigers. The opening kickoff is slated for 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Auburn is a 27-point favorite in this contest. Now, ordinarily, if I can't make a case for the underdog that it has a realistic chance of winning straight up, I'll steer clear of the game. And I also do not lay this many points. So I'm going to make an exception to the rule, obviously, because it's my underdog picks video, and take the side of the Southern Miss Eagles here +27. Look it. Auburn's coming off back-to-back SEC games against LSU and Arkansas. Up next, after this Southern Miss game, they're going to travel to Biloxi, Mississippi to take on a very good nationally ranked Mississippi Bulldogs squad. Southern Miss right now, they played 3 games so far, 2-1. Their only loss coming by a single point. Less than stellar competition compared to Auburn. But this is a Southern Miss team that's shown they can move the ball. 436 yards of total offense in each, or more, I should say, in each of the first 3 games. And this is an Auburn team, albeit against SEC competition, that's really struggled offensively in their last 2 games. I just have this sneaky feeling this is going to be a flat spot for Auburn. This certainly will be a prove-it game for Southern Miss. I think they'll do enough to stay inside the number in this road game at Auburn, Alabama. I'm going to take a small shot here with the Southern Miss Eagles +27 at Auburn. The last game, Florida State travels to Louisville. I was almost going to say Papa John Stadium in Louisville, which it's not anymore. The name escapes me what it is now. You know, these stadiums in college football and the NFL, for that matter, they change sponsorships faster than I could deal cards. So let's just go with this. Florida State at Louisville, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, as we speak, Louisville is a 7-point underdog at 5 dimes. Now, Florida State has looked anything but impressive so far. I wouldn't get too caught up with their 37-19 home win against Northern Illinois last week. I know Northern Illinois is supposed to be one of the better teams in the MAC, but I haven't seen that to be the case. I've counted at least 4 teams I'm more impressed with in the MAC than Northern Illinois. Having said that, Florida State 2-2 after that win. Let's be reminded, this is a team, we just mentioned Virginia Tech, that was dominated on their home field by Virginia Tech, 24-3 in their season opener. They followed that up by facing an FCS opponent in Samford. That's not Stanford, folks. That's Samford. Samford. And they trailed in the fourth quarter of that game before eking out a 36-26 win as just about a 4-touchdown favorite in that contest. And then, of course, they laid a complete egg when they went to Syracuse the following week in the Carrier Dome. The Orange just dominated Florida State 30-7 and beat the Seminoles for the first time since 1966. Now, Louisville, this isn't the Louisville teams we've seen in years past, especially over the last 3 years when Lamar Jackson was under center, but still a formidable opponent. They are 2-2, but they have won both of their games at home. This is also a Louisville Cardinal football program that since 2012 has gone 32-8 on their home field, and that includes 9-2 in their last conference home games. I'm going to take the points here. It's the lesser of two evils. I just don't think Florida State should be laying points to anybody in the ACC, or I should say this many points to anybody in the ACC. I'm going to, especially on the road, I'm going to take the Louisville Cardinals here, plus the 7 against Florida State. Once again, Old Dominion, plus 7 at East Carolina. Southern Miss, plus 27 at Auburn. And Louisville, plus 7 at home against Florida State. Those are my 3 college football underdog picks. If you've been following me, I've gone 4-1 with those picks the last 2 weeks. Let's keep it rolling with these 3 winners. Speaking of winners, you can go to my website. The games I bet the most money on, you could purchase them right there. That's at rbwins.com. rbwins.com. Folks, 32-18, 64% with my last 50 picks in NFL and college football combined. That's rbwins.com. Until the next time, I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the best with your picks this weekend.